We do have some breaking news. Commerce Department coming out with some news about how it's going to handle trade with China. I don't know if we can go directly to. Can we go to Washington?
We just echoed on the bottom of the screen that the administration is going to choose CFIUS as the way to deal with Chinese investment in the United States, or foreign investment in the United States, as opposed to maybe a rollout of something new
of a much larger trade embargo. Which, by the way, I would think this is a much more palatable way to do this in terms of how the market should respond to this.
You would think so, yeah. I mean, Congress is going to be involved. It seems like it's kind of through the current mechanisms to some degree.
Expansion
as
of the
opposed
current
to some kind of new, newly imposed special powers.
Okay, but hold on. Given what Peter Navarro had said earlier this week about where this was all headed, right? We thought we were getting hard and fast tariffs potentially on certain types of goods that were going to be approached in a very specific way. No.
I thought the original story that broke over the weekend was there were going to be investment controls and restrictions on Chinese investments in the United States, right? The Mnuchin comes out and says that's not true.
But if there were going to be
Peter
hard and
Navarro
fast,
says it's not true.
But if there were going to be hard and fast rules, this is different.
Navarro the other day said, look, it's not specifically about China. It's going to be a more general approach.
Right? I don't know if ultimately it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to, are you going to lose the takeover premium in the market because the Chinese can't buy? That goes away. Are you going to lose a flow of investment stream, regardless of via CFIUS or what Treasury is going to do something independently? It's still out of the market,
the question is whether this. Well, is Kayla? Do we have Kayla in Washington right now? We don't have Kayla in Washington just yet. The one point, though, that's worth mentioning is the CFIUS thing makes it either better or worse because it does bring a whole different level of uncertainty because you don't really know what's going to be allowed and what's not going to be allowed.
You know what? I think we already know. Look at all the Chinese deals that have already been stopped under the old definition of what CFIUS, the Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, used to be, right? Which is a strict national security definition. And we've had numerous people on over the last year who have come on from previous administrations said we have to widen that definition. We have to say, does this represent an economic threat of some sort, right? I mean, this was coming. You heard Kayla say the vote to expand the definition went 400 to 2 in favor of doing this. I want to know who those two
Let's
were.
go through some of the headlines real quick. U.S. Treasury recommending modernized CFIUS mechanism as best approach to protect U.S. technology from, quote, strategically motivated acquisitions. This is according to a senior administration official. The CFIUS panel, as enhanced by pending legislation, is strong and an agile tool that they say can respond to the U.S. technology issues. Going further, they say CFIUS review process was well understood by the business community. That is true, though. It's not fully understood because I don't think we know exactly.
Well, it's going to be bigger and broader now.
But again, in contrast to what was, as Michelle was saying, reported over the weekend, where the president was going to invoke these special economic emergency powers to hit China directly, this is very different from that.
And we've seen a definite improvement in the Dow implied open. If you see before, when we got up this morning, the Dow would have been opening lower by 200 points. We have seen a dramatic improvement as this has crossed now into positive territory.
And go straight to the issue of the bark and the bite.
Yeah.
Right.
Meaning this is the same negotiating playbook. We've now seen it over and over again. A lot of bark. We don't know whether this is as much bite, but clearly less bite than the market was worried about.
Ultimately, a more traditional methodology than what we have been thinking about.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.